This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. I assure you 100% practice classes, no second thought. And our new friend Power BI, yes, very, very vast, really, very vast, very colorful. Let's understand what is Power BI and why to go for Power BI and how to go about it. On my screen, we are into box number 5. Either you go with DevOps or you go with core SQL programming or MSBI, data warehousing activities, or either you go with ETL and storage activities, data engineer, or you go with core admin or Azure admin. For everyone, a common cream on our resume cake, Power BI analytics, rich, colorful reporting environment. Yes, let's understand now. Let's understand more about this box number 5 on the screen. Let's understand what exactly report means before we step into Power BI. Yes, here we go. For example, you have some Excel data. Assume for some time being, you have some Excel data with you. Something like this, some financial sample data. You got some data over here, segment, country, product, etc. Our requirement is to generate a report out of it. Well, to generate the report out of this Excel, we can make use of Excel itself. Yes, Excel do support reporting. But with our new friend Power BI, we can have more versatile, more powerful reporting activities. Really. What kind of report activities? How the reports look like? Let's see. Let's observe carefully here. So these are our data, right? The one you see on the screen, Excel data. Then how the report would be? Yes, on my screen now, the same data, but presented in a different way. Now, what if there are live operations in Excel? Assume there are some live operations in Excel. Someone is editing, or assume it is linked to a Google Drive and many users are performing some operations. Assume something like a Google Drive and many users are performing the activities. Something like this. Let me just put this way, just to get some idea. Assume something like this. I'll just put this way. Yes. On my screen. Assume my old Excel file, Excel sheet, and you got some other activations here, some other activities here. Now, here we go. You got an Excel file with multiple users, right? Say multiple users are performing some edits. There are 3 different users performing some edit activities on this Excel file. Then how do you track such live reporting environment? Yes, Power BI is a first choice, wherein we can have good amount of live reporting environment, not just historical, even live and concurrent environments, just to get some idea. Or we can embed some videos, or we can embed some third-party tools or images, etc. You click it will go somewhere else again, to our SQL School website or anywhere. Yes, Power BI is something like this. Assume you go to a restaurant. Let's put it straight, okay? Let's put it straight. You go to a restaurant. Or let's say I go to a restaurant, or we both enjoy the course and we would like to party together. We go to a restaurant. Assume. Definitely. Now, I'll be ready to host you. Here we go. We go to restaurant and there they serve some ice cream. May not be immediately. After a few items, they serve ice cream. The ice cream need not come from the kitchen, right? Isn't it? A third party, a supplier, like Baskin Robbins or someone, supplied the ice cream to them. They got them in a refrigerator and put it straight into your plate. Whereas vegetables, they go to the kitchen, they get cleaned, diced, shaped, cooked, and then come into the recipe. Yes, there we are. Both of these are served as recipes, but one is as is, another one requires some additional modeling activities. Yes, Power BI is both the kitchen as well as the serving area, the complete restaurant example. Let's understand what it means. What is reporting? A mechanism to access and present any type of data to end users. This data can be reported as is, or sometimes data has to be modeled. What kind of modeling it is? Yes, for example, say our customer is, or say our stakeholder is Azure data engineer or an Azure customer, and they have some storage with them, a storage environment with them. Yes, data cannot be accessed as is. An Azure data engineer will be involved in something called blob, binary large object data, Azure tables, etc. That data has to be collected in different formats like binary format, record format. We have something called record queries, and then we need to report in Power BI. It's not a cool cake, straight. It's not like our ice cream example. It's like our kitchen area. Really, it means. Or for example, the same Azure data engineer, after some point of time, they come with something called Cosmos, a big data environment for document storage. Data can be given as is. No additional transformations required until or unless explicitly specified. Or for example, sometimes in end-to-end implementations, we may need to work with Power BI as an actual cream on our cake. The cake is built with big data products like Synapse, or it can be from something like an SQL database, Azure SQL database. Yes, I'm intentionally showing you the Azure data source examples because most of the real world requirements source from Azure for Power BI. They work together. Mostly. That being said, any data source, every data source, right from text file to Excel to SQL database, Oracle database, MySQL database, any type of database, any type of your cloud environment as well can happily dwell with Power BI. That's a greatness. So it's all about reports, how to showcase your data. So in Power BI, in our course, we need to play with 8 different tools, really, 08 tools. We need to install them in our computers. 8 different installations. We'll get them in another 10-15 minutes. We need to understand why 8 and what are they and where are they. We need to get them slowly, step by step. So Power BI is a suite of tools. It's a separate universe altogether to perform end-to-end reporting environment. What we do? We directly extract the data and report, or model it and reporting. Yes, the kitchen area I'm talking about, right? The modeling operation I'm talking about is from the mid of our course, 7th, 8th, 9th chapters called Power Query. You extract the data and directly load it for reporting, or extract, transform and reporting. Here you go, the actual diagram. I repeat, any type of data showcased to the customer. Either you extract and report, the dark color arrow mark, or extract, transform and then report, my red color arrow mark. There comes the kitchen area Power Query, and here are the recipes made. Cloud, like your Zomato or Swiggy, deliver it, or report server like a la carte, the same restaurant, a la carte, dine in. Well, here it is. So the kitchen, the raw material, the reports are ready. Yes, sometimes to our reports, we need to add some extra pepper or salt or some dressing, etc. That is DAX. Remember, DAX. Extra decorations to your report. Let's make it simple and straight. Power Query is like our kitchen area. Remember, this example works throughout the course. Power Query is like our kitchen area. We extract the data, we transform, we modify. Like for example, generating age out of date of birth. Or data is in vertical format, you would like to get in horizontal format, or joins, merge, union, aggregate, string, date and time functions, etc. Then once your data is ready for report, it gets cooked. Reports would be ready. Then add some masala to it, add some add-ons to it. We call them DAX. Then it gets into cloud. In cloud, we'll have some platter. Multiple reports put together. We call it as dashboard and give it to the user like this. Or the Power BI report server, just report, directly report, give it away to the end user. No dashboards. This architecture of Power BI. No dashboards in report server. Now, assume, yes, you got a platter with you. You got a platter ready. A non-veg platter or veg platter, whatever you feel. You need to parcel it, right, to deliver. Yes, we have it here. The parcel is nothing but app. We say Power BI app. I repeat once again, the comparison. I repeat once again, the true comparison for easy understanding. Let's observe it carefully here. Back to my notes. Yes, here it is. You got the raw material, raw veggies or the raw meat. These are actual data. And go into the kitchen. These are actual Power Query we call. ETL activities, extract and perform the modeling activities, data cleansing activities, and slicing and dicing activities. We say slice and dice technically. Sorry for the typo here. Next. Once we perform these activities, next comes the actual recipe. This is our report, but story will not end here, right? Story will not end here. Option 1, share report directly to the users. That is one option. Option 2, embed multiple reports or report items, parts of reports into something called dashboard. Just like a platter kind of thing in a restaurant example. What else? Either you would like to have single report, single dashboard, straight share it, or pack everything together. Yes, here it is. A takeaway parcel. A takeaway parcel, we call it app. Power BI app. I mean it here. We got apps. But once you specify a particular app, that app internally contains reports and dashboards. Let me just click it here. You got report section and something called dashboard section, something like this. That can be shared. Or for example here, I'll take another one. You got some reports, some dashboards. The dashboards can be originated from reports. Multiple reports can form a dashboard, just like multiple recipes in a single platter. We say non-veg platter, we see a mutton, chicken, etc. Veg platter, we see like fruits and something else there. Sorry, I cannot really immediately make an example out of veg. I'm basically non-veg. Maybe it's my problem. Let's understand the concept here, okay? Let's understand the concept. Just like a platter, we have dashboard. So a dashboard is a combination of multiple items we are talking about. The terminology is very, very important for us. So a dashboard can be shared directly. It's a combination of multiple items. No, I don't want app to be shared. I don't want dashboard to be shared. Then only an individual report can be shared directly to the user, end users. Lot of flexibility when you compare Power BI with even other reporting environments. Now, here we go. Sometimes, a small final example, okay, before we continue further. Sometimes, me and my two sons, of course, along with my wife, we go to a restaurant sometimes, or the weekends generally, Saturday evening or Sunday evening. And my kids prefer buffet. Why? Dad, you are there, right? You'll have a nice, recipes for us. Yes, exactly. We'll take a bread. We'll put some jam on it and give it to my elder kid. I'll take another bread and put some, chicken sausages on it and apply some cheese or mayonnaise cheese or some other cheese, some other flavor. Put some few drops of olive oil. I'm sorry if I'm tempting anyone here. Really sorry. Just an example, okay? We'll forget it in another few seconds. No worries about it. What does it mean? Yes, from the kitchen, you got some ingredients over the counter. And we are making our own recipes out of it. Yes, self-service BI. Self-service BI, there it is. The self-service BI, it is coming up as data sets. Customers can generate their own reports. Then who is creating the data sets? You and me. It's our job. I repeat once again, friends, on the screen. We need to generate something called data sets so that from this data set, a customer can generate their own report directly. Or, of course, We need to give permissions. That's different. Self-service BI. Or sometimes customers can also generate their own new data sets out of existing data sets. A nice new feature in Power BI very recently. Something like this. Click on. I'm creating a brand new report now. I got an empty report and something like this. Country-wise profit. Country-wise profit. And just give a click like this. And customers can perform easy to understand, easy to use activities. But the main secret here is not the reporting, friends. Remember, the ingredient, yes, the quality of the ingredient will decide the taste of the recipe. That is important. And there we are. We need to focus more time on how to carefully model, we say model the data set. That is important for us. So what's our job role? Here we are, our actual job role with our restaurant example. Power BI is completely into reporting. Sometimes we see what is MSBI. We're hearing very quite often nowadays. Yes, MSBI is into design of databases. We design databases. And we have something called as Azure Data Engineer, ADE. What these team members will do, they are also used to, or simply say ADE, involved in data storage, security, ETL, and optimization. Any type of data, either OLTP, live active data, or analytical data, big data, small data, table data, file data, anything it can be. But Power BI is a common reporting environment. Yes. If we go to the last final screen that I'm changing, I understand I'm changing the screens because just to understand the concept carefully. One last final change of my screen with your permission, just navigating to a different screen with your permission on my screen here. Azure Analytics or Azure BI implementation, on-premise cake, Power BI cream, or even analysis. This from MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, or Azure cake, Power BI cream. Yes, I mean it. And from our course, this is your Azure Data Engineer course, number 6. And this is Power BI, number 5. And this is complete Azure BI, number 8. Yes, here it is. This is our actual course. I repeat on my screen, 5, 6, and 8. 8 includes 4, 5, 6, and 7. I mean, it's all about how to get the implementation, end-to-end implementation concept. Back to my screen. So remember, Power BI is a common entity for both MSBI, Microsoft Business Intelligence, involved in on-premise, non-cloud database design, hosting, security, management, and optimizations. Azure Data Engineer is again similar activity, but in cloud, ETL, storage, management, security, and optimizations. Yes, common cream is Power BI. So what is our job role now? Understanding mainly the restaurant example and the sources, the main cakes. What is our job role? Well, if the data is from MSBI team members or Azure Data Engineer team members, truly speaking, our job is really made easy because they'll take care of most of the data cleansing activities. In MSBI, you have SSIS, integration services to do all ETL. In ADE, Azure Data Engineer, we have Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, Data Lake Analytics, and nowadays even Cosmos also has something called notebooks to do ETL. They're involved. Then our job is made easy, truly speaking, okay? But every day will not be the same day, right? Yep, the day changes, climate changes in our office environment. Sometimes we may need to play with our data, extract data, identify different trends of our data. And we may need to clean the data, slice the data, and then give it for reporting. What do we mean by the cleaning and slicing? Yes. For example, let's take a small example, just for 2 minutes. Yes, by end of the class today, we'll install one environment like this. We'll install this Power BI desktop today in another 10 to 15 minutes. We'll do installation. And after we do the installation, we'll start our practice with our concepts as per the day-wise curriculum. And we need to even enjoy the chapter-wise mock tests also. Here you go. You got the chapter-wise mock test. For every concept, there will be a mock test on email. And you will submit. You will get the answers on email. For now, let's take a small example, a 2-minute example, part of our chapter number 7, Power Query. Let's see what do we mean by data modeling. I said extract veggies, go to the kitchen, etc. Why? Why don't we directly report? What will happen if I directly report? Taste changes. Really. Let me show you what do I mean by it. Assume, for example, there are 3 different Excel sheets. Okay, small set of sheets. Just to get some basic idea. Don't worry much about all these colors and the user interface. Let's stay tuned only for the actual objective. Why? To get into the kitchen area. First 6 chapters, direct reporting, formatted data from different teams like MSBI, SQL developers, etc. Remaining part of the course into the kitchen area, Power Query. Why? Let's see. Here we go. Let's get some data loaded. It's going on right now. Max another 10 seconds. Data would be loaded. And once done, yes, it is done now. Simply the window gets closed automatically. Yes, it gets closed. And once it is closed, we'll do a small reporting. These are the visuals. See here. Right side you see visuals, right? Means report shapes we call. Report shapes. Now I click on something called as tree map. Just click. It comes automatically on the left side. Now I click on table. The left side window changes automatically. Any one visual is okay. I just made it bigger. Problem. Remember, data is split into, or data is coming from different teams. Say Germany team is giving you Germany data. And we're happily reporting the content here. Happy. You are able to get the data. Something like this. Maybe some tree map or any other visual. For now, for time being, I'll take a table visual to make it clear in our understanding. Problem starts once we select India. Story over. Really, story over. Taste changes. Yes, there comes the need for Power BI, Power Query we call. Power Query, edit queries. This is our kitchen area I'm talking about. Okay. So we need to go to the kitchen, right? We need to get into the kitchen and we need to combine, see there, combine just like our SQL union all, combine multiple queries, tables into a brand new table. India, Germany, USA, just simply appending them, combine them, sandwich them carefully. This is our kitchen area. Once you append, sandwich all three bread slices carefully, Germany, India and USA, finally, you may brand your own name over here. I'll say for now, all country sales, something like that. Now, yes, you have India, down and down and down and down, you'll see Germany, down and down and down, you'll see USA. You got data ready. Close and apply. Don't worry much about this technical terminology. Just to understand the concept, here it is I'm talking about close and apply from kitchen to the actual cooking area, or say from slicing area to cooking area, something like that. So what's the advantage? What we did just now? Why to sandwich these tables like this? Yes, if you go to all country now, happily we can showcase the report to the customer. See here, no more error. I mean, data would not be always in a format that we always expect, It can be in any format. We need to shape the data, tune the data as per the customer expectations. There we are, Power Query. Right click, edit query. Now, what does this Power Query actually requires? SQL. Let me show you, let me take you back to the kitchen again. The main intention of this example for us is to understand the prerequisites for our course. Really, we should know what is a table. We should know what is a column, what is a data type, and what is group by, what is transpose, and what do you mean by format, uppercase, lowercase, trim, etc. These are all SQL functionalities. We need to have knowledge on them. Please revise the basics of SQL for our course to enjoy designing of reports, either to cloud or to server. Remember, the takeaway is different. Target customers would be different. So challenges will be different. We need to understand them carefully in our course. And data sets. What is data set? I was talking about a buffet. My kids, right? Bread, slice, and some butter on it, isn't it? You remember, or some few drops of olive oil, or some chicken ham on top of it, etc. Data set, self-service BI, creating our own reports for the customers. Dashboards like Platter, apps, the parcel that is getting delivered to my doorstep from Swiggy or Zomato or whatever. And we have something called row level security. We need to play admin role as well. Simple, we are the father and mother of the report. That's what Power BI means. Yes, we need to format the data, shape the data, cook the data carefully, bring it into a report. My mother job. And then again, sell it carefully to the customer, my father job. As simple as that. You manage it carefully, monitor it correctly. So the licensing options in Power BI, 3 options for cloud, trial, free trial, pro and premium. And Power BI report server, it is free. Now it is free. Now it is free with SQL Server 2017 and 19 licenses. For our course, we'll do the free edition of SQL Server, so that we'll be able to do report server installation. Chapter number 17 in our course, talks about the report server installation. The report server installation requires SQL Server installation. There is a dependency. Yes, interestingly, Power BI report server requires SQL Server, and even DevOps server, your DevOps service, DevOps server, Power BI service, Power BI server. Remember, both Power BI server, DevOps server requires SQL Server. Power BI service, DevOps service, they are completely cloud based. Service means cloud, server is on-prem. On-prem means within your company's network. There's the actual concept here. Back to our notes once again. Yes, so we have cloud, service we call. These three are service, Power BI service. You'll be given the required trial account, 60 days trial account. Or you may also have your own $10 per month, cancel anytime pro account service, premium. Free trial should be fine for our entire course, for all the practice classes. Now, what kind of data sources that can be used? Yes, multiple, many. Here it is. Just now I was showing a small example in Excel, right, today. I said get data and browse for Excel to show a small example. Different type of data sources. And I was showing you today a small tree map or table shape. In the report, we call them as visualizations. See there? We call them as visualizations. Different visualizations in Power BI. I was showing a small table and tree map today. Next, we can also buy extra visualizations from Microsoft and other third party. There are different report types. The last final technical term. Interactive reports. Customers can generate their own new reports. They can also edit existing reports. Self-service BI, we call it. Paginated reports. Just like my mobile bill or my Azure bill. We get it on email, we verify it, and we'll simply do the payment to proceed further with the services without any hassle, without any issues. Paginated reports. Your telephone bill, as simple as that. Or your bank account statements. We get it, we'll understand where we are, where we ought to be, and look at our target and done. Nothing to edit over there. Paginated reports. Analytical reports generated by Excel and DAX, data analysis expression. I was doing two things today, friends. One is Power Query, kitchen area, ETL, extract, transform, load. Then what is DAX? Yes, I was talking about pepper, some salt, some garnishing, right? Some toppings on your dish is what DAX means by default. Plus, additionally, we can also use DAX for more fruitful modeling activities, security activities, etc. in our later classes in this course. The admin activities in this course. We have Power BI visuals, Power BI modeling, Power BI admin, three different verticals part of this 1 month course. Mobile reports for mobile users. So 4 different types of reports, and remember 2 different environments to serve the reports, right? 4 different types of reports and 2 different environments to serve the reports. Accordingly, you have 6 tools, 2 production environments. Interactive reports, we have desktop and desktop RS, Power BI Cloud and Power BI Report Server. Next, yes, 2 different tools are involved here. Apart from that, paginated reports. These paginated reports, again, there are two different options in paginated reports. One is the paginated reports, one for cloud service and one for server. Next, we have mobile reports, right? We have mobile reports and analytical reports. Mobile reports have their own tools. Mobile reports have their own tools called mobile report publisher and analytical report Excel and DAX on my screen. So yellow report type, two yellow tools. Green report type, two green tools. And analytical and mobile have their own report tools separately. With this information, let's understand now the actual lab plan. So remember, total of 6 different tools on the screen. 4 report types, 6 tools we need to learn in our course. But I said 8 installations, 6 tools, 1 to 6 we need to install in our course, during our course, something like this. For example, you have Power BI, you got some 3 different tools like this. When you say report, you got some report builder as well, or Microsoft mobile report publisher, something like this. And we need to have some additional installations from the Power BI cloud itself directly, like paginated reports, interactive reports, gateways, etc. Gateway is used for data refresh and analytical reports, mobile reports. Interactive first, paginated second, mobile third, analytical report fourth. 4 different reports we need to justify with gateways for data refresh. Total 9 boxes, 8 is cloud service, no installation, but remaining all we have to install in our computer and practice them very carefully. So here it is, the final part before we conclude. First module will do all types of report activities as is, no modeling or limited, very limited modeling activities, because data is assumed to be supplied from SQL developers, MSBA developers, or ETL and data engineers and Azure BI developers and other Azure analytics users. Second module, data is assumed to be supplied from novice users, third-party tools, formatting activities, remodeling activities, Power Query and DAX. Third, hosting, security, tuning, admin activities we need to learn with a project work. Project includes again all these activities and a carefully with a customer profitability environment for our resume. Step by step, phase by phase activities to be taken, and data sources would be both live as well as local. Both data sources are included for our resume. In our resume, our interviewer may ask us like what you did in your latest project. What are the challenges you faced in your project? Or our interviewer may ask us what makes you to choose between Power Query and DAX. Yes, both can be used for modeling. Sometimes we add salt in the kitchen and sometimes we add salt on the dining table. Really, I mean my examples, friends. I mean my examples. We need to understand when to go for Power Query, when to go for DAX, if both are going for data modeling activities. Well, when someone says ETL, directly Power Query, fine. But there are some scenarios where we should be very careful to selectively choose the specific option, either Power Query or DAX, for modeling activities, especially aggregations, calculations, and few additional formatting activities. And When to go for cloud, when to go for server, customer may decide. But remaining all, we need to decide. This is the actual heart. Module 2 is the heart of our course. So to enjoy our classes, we require Windows 7 or higher operating system and the zeal to get the maximum benefit from the course. Really, prior knowledge of SQL is mandatory. I mean here it is. Constraints, joins, it should be enough. Box number 1 is mandatory. You're already having knowledge on SQL, happy. Please revise constraints and joins. That should be fine to land up into box number 5. Our actual course planned for 4 weeks. If it is live, you may also opt for on-demand videos, the same as live training, same examples, same curriculum, and same way we do the mock tests as well. In live, you do mock tests for every chapter individually. If it is on-demand video based, like first 6 videos, one set, you will complete all the examples and mock tests, submit them. Get my solutions. No, I am very busy. I don't have time to submit. No problem. We understand. We understand nothing is intentional. Yes, we'll provide the solutions. We'll go through it carefully. Then proceed for the next thing. Next. So here we go. What we learn in our yellow box. What we learn in our yellow box. Here it is. You're already aware of constraints and joins. Happy. Proceed for Power BI. Proceed for Power BI directly. If in case you would like to know what is there in yellow box, yes, on my screen. Revise the SQL basics carefully so that we can enjoy the Power BI course. Either plan A, core Power BI, B, SQL plus Power BI, or C, with MS BI. So here are the concepts in Power BI. First 6 chapters, practicals on. Directly practice mode, slowly one by one. First 6 chapters, visualizations. Just like extract data, report data. We need to understand the styles, different styles and mechanisms in reporting. Then model the data for reporting, next 6 chapters. Power Query DAX. Then comes cloud and report server with admin activities. And you can go for live or video, it's up to you. The detailed course curriculum to be sent to you separately. I request you to go through it. Use it as a reference throughout our course. And with this information, Windows 7 or higher operating system required, on my screen. You may contact our team for further clarifications, if any, for any of the courses. And with this, we'll stop for now. Please do let us know for questions and clarifications. Once again, I promise you my utmost commitment, my seriousness and friendly environment to enjoy the beauty of Power BI carefully. And I know we do one box carefully, completely, correctly, then yes, we will be ready for the next box either now or in future, some point of time. One thing, friends, on-time practice required. With this, we'll stop for now. Any clarifications or questions, please do let us know. Glad to assist you.